Hey everybody, I realized it's been just a little while since I made a video for you, show you a little bit of an update on how the irises are doing and let you see how they're growing. So I thought, we have had, oh my goodness, we've had almost 4 inches of rain this week, this whole week, and you can see that quite a bit of my soil has washed out a bit. Not much fun, but irises are still doing okay. They're still growing. I've only had one bloom so far, but they're looking pretty good. If you look on back, you can see that, they're poking up pretty well. Let's see, this way. But I think they look all right. You can see that I got the tarps moved. Sorry, we've got somebody passing by. I got the tarps moved except for this last one over here. It's still covering up the soil. I need to get out here and put some weed suppressant down because we have quite a few weeds popping up. I'll probably just till it, to be honest. That'll make things a little bit easier. And especially this area here, this is quite a few weeds that need to be tilled under that have died back. But overall, the irises are looking really well. They're doing pretty good. Nothing's officially washed out that I can see. Something's going on down here. What is this? Oh. Yeah, okay. I don't even know how you got up here. I found this little crepe myrtle growing next to my house, way too close to my house, and I cut it, so I have no idea how it got way over here, but that's okay. Interesting tracks. But you can see that the irises have grown quite a bit since the last video that I shot. These are doing really well. I've had one iris bloom, and I did not get a video of it, although I do have pictures on my Facebook page. So if you guys want to see it, go there and take a look. Goodness, this wind, you just cannot get away from it. I have been weeding a little bit in here. Some of the bigger weeds. Some of the smaller ones are actually flowers that I kind of like these little purple ones right there. Kind of like them, so I've left them. I did find, where is that? I found some sedum in here this week, which is just a wild sedum. I'm not seeing it right now. Maybe it's in one of the other beds. But I left it so it could continue to grow because it was kind of pretty. So my irises are getting washed out, as you can see. I'll have to come back in here, replant those, put them in a little bit deeper. This little weed right here actually has some really cute light pink and white flowers. Going. They're looking okay, I guess. I would like to see a little bit more growth out of them, but these here got planted pretty late last year. I'm thinking I have not gotten to these two beds yet on the weeding. You can see the big weeds are still here, but I'll get them out. But most of all, the irises are doing pretty well. Everything's still growing. We're expecting some 30-mile-an-hour winds, I believe. Okay, let me retract that. We are expecting some temperatures of in the 30s coming up the next few days. And after all this rain, nobody's looking forward to that. And I'm hoping that the irises will survive it. I'm sure they will. They're pretty hardy. They're pretty hardy. I had one that had gotten out of the bed. I'm kind of looking for it. With all the rain, it looks like some things got washed out a little bit. I'm sure I'll find it when it actually blooms. Anyway, I wanted to come and just sort of give you an update, let you see what was going on, see how things were going. But this wind is cold. My fingers are hurting. I did actually get over here to this mulch pile and get it spread around the bottom of some of my plants, as you can see. This Spirea is looking beautiful. Even in the wind and blowing, it will end up looking just completely like a snowball with all of its little blooms. And then I have a lilac that came up here that I just let do its thing. But I was talking about the mulch. I was cleaning it up and I found a little den of rabbits, baby bunnies, about 5 of them in there. And so I had to cover them back up. And I'll finish clearing this out later this year when they finally vacate this area. They were right there. With all this rain, I kind of wonder if the mom might not have moved them or maybe dug down deeper. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of this stuff around here and get it moved. And then I'll keep an eye on them. My lilac has been just beautiful, smelling amazing, and putting out gorgeous flowers for the bees. And then I started kind of a little project with some weddle weaving. Haven't decided if I like it or not. I think I do. But I feel like the sticks need to be further in the ground. And maybe with all this rain I can do that. Kind of start that over a little bit. That's not willow, however. That is crepe myrtle that I am weaving with. And then I got quite a bit of the mulch around here. I need to cut this little wild rose bush out of here. And then I have some blueberry plants that I'm going to plant here. And I transplanted some blackberries in the back. And then I'm going to split. Hang on, I'm trying to get out of the wind a little bit. I'm going to split these lilies up and spread them around a little bit better too, because they just need splitting at this point. They're gotten quite thick. And then there's some weeds I still need to get out of here. But overall, I thought this turned out kind of nice. The wind keeps blowing my chairs over, so I finally just gave up, and I'll pick them up when the storm passes. And then one of the other projects that I got done earlier, I guess it was last week, I think, was getting this bed cleaned up and planted. I moved some of the daffodils in here, and then I transplanted some of the hostas in here, and hopefully all this cold weather is not going to kill them back. That would be very disappointing. But I need to dig out this little bush that's right there, this little tree. You dig that out. But this looks a lot better than it did last year. I'm pretty pleased with that. And then I'm still working on cleaning up around the property some. We have quite a few wild irises that I've planted there. And then I transplanted hosta I have here. I'm going to cut back those crepe myrtles there. And then I've got plans for this area here. But it'll be a lot of woodwork, but we're going to put a path that'll make it easier for Molly when she's having to use her wheelchair to get from the porch around here to the vehicle without having to go through the back of the house, which is difficult, and it's got steps up and down, and this would just be a flat surface. So that's on my to-do list this year, to get that done and make it easier for her. But as you can see, things are progressing slowly but surely. Pretty excited about that. Alright, well, that is my update. I'm fixing to have to go feed the goats and the chickens. They are making noise and letting me know they're not very happy with this cold and this weather. So I guess I will talk to you guys later. See you soon. Bye now.